First of all, I would like to say what a intense film. Mr. Ed Harris, I understand the movie is based on real events, and of course it helps the audience to understand more about the nuclear weapons and how we might have come so close about having nuclear war.
Mm-hmm.
And since World War II, we didn't have to. Thank God that we didn't have to go to World War III, deal with nuclear weapons. And I understand that your character was written with you in mind.
Well, Todd and I know each other. We're pretty good friends, and I guess I didn't know he was working on the script, but according to him, he was thinking of me to play, Commander Demi, Captain Demi, when he was working on it. Yeah, and at some point he mentioned that he had a script he wanted me to look at, and I read it, and he said he was thinking they were getting ready to shoot in a submarine initially in Long Beach, mm-hmm. which changed to San Diego, and asked me if I wanted to work with him, and I read the script and I found it pretty compelling. I said, sure,
What is it about this captain that you thought was so compelling that you have to?
Well, he's a guy. I mean, he's a professional military man, but it was an accident that he caused early on in his career, which he's been paying for years, mm-hmm. in terms of his assignments, in terms of his psychology, in terms of how he's viewed by the hierarchy, and militarily, and he's an honorable guy, I think, and he treats his crew really well. But he's got a lot of baggage. He's carrying around a lot of history with him. His dad wrote the book on Russian submarine warfare, mm-hmm. so he had a lot to live up to, and
expectations.
It just seemed like a complex, kind of interesting fellow to play,
Right. And David, in this movie, you get to play a very different character compared to mm-hmm. all the successful TV characters you played in the past. Mm-hmm. Tell us about this character, and congratulations, by the way, on the continued success of Californication.
Thanks.
So, can you share with our viewers, how did you prepare for this role?
Well, Todd said he wrote it for me. No, he didn't. He said
just for Ed, but not for you. Right.
To prepare, I think I prepare the same way, which is kind of idiosyncratic. Whatever it is I do to prepare, mm-hmm. I kind of do that. But, there were certain physical aspects to this guy in terms of military bearing or that kind of thing. Then there was the physicality of the sub itself that was different. I don't know. I'm told that he's the villain of the piece, but that's never anything that you take into account when you're trying to play a person,
right?
Because people don't walk around thinking that they're villains unless they're doing a cartoon,
different perceptions,
of some kind.
Right.
So that's the kind of, I guess the key to it was the kind of it's almost like a religious belief in an absolute good or an absolute truth that this guy had. So I guess I approached it from that direction, was what if I actually thought that I knew what was absolutely good and true? What kind of person would that be?
And because he's so loyal to his country at the time, and he'd never been to America,
right.
Like your character, he studied abroad, he understands somewhat the American culture, so he has some sympathy for it. But your character, you really don't care because this is your patriotism to your country.
I believe what I know to be true.
Right.
I don't need to go to America.
Right. And thus helps him make the choices. He makes the choices that he
right.
did for this film.
Right.
What's the next project for both you guys?
Oh.
Besides the hugely successful TV show.
Well, I'm going to go back and start that in April, so that's next. Yeah.
I don't really know. I'm hoping to direct another film here in the next, I don't know what, but I don't know. I've been working on a few things. I did a bunch of movies after this film, so things are coming out this year probably. So I'll probably be doing a little bit more of this kind of thing. But in terms of actual work, I think this play, a new Beth Henley play that I did last year with my wife in L.A., I think we're going to be doing in New York in the fall, so I'm excited about that. And we'll see.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen. Đó là cuộc nói chuyện đặc biệt giữa Tố Uyên với Ed Harris và David Duchovny về cuốn phim Phantom.
Đến đây thì chúng tôi xin trân trọng kính chào tạm biệt tất cả quý vị khán thính giả. Cảm ơn quý vị rất là nhiều đã theo dõi chương trình ngày hôm nay và xin hẹn gặp lại quý vị vào chương trình kỳ tới.